Do you know when you call love, when to become one? And I felt
this and that, and
Okay.
you know.
Well, my name is James Snyder. I'm with Summit Roofing.
Yeah.
We're out of our office is in Round Rock, but I live here near Bastrop, so been working out here, and I met Judah here through. How did we meet?
Yeah,
called the office?
I called up James. So James is a friend of mine now, but he's my roofing superhero, and I've been wanting to feature him here on the YouTube and the Facebook. But I had some hail damage from the big storm everyone had in April, and I had called out, I think, 5 different roofers, some local guys from some others that had done jobs around here, and most of them had spent, they would go up for like 5-10 minutes, and they'd say, no, I don't think you can do it, or they'd give me like a whole list of homework, call the insurance company. And this had gone on for a while. I was struggling with the insurance company to get the claim accepted, and this was kind of like my last Hail Mary. I saw y'all doing a job over here in Riverside Grove, and called up the, I think I spoke to like the foreman there. He gave me your info. You called, I think came out the same day, and spent like an hour on the roof, was very detailed, and ended up, I'll talk about a little bit more about the process, but ended up getting me brand new roof, brand new gutters, which none of the other roofing companies were able to do. So they worked their magic and did a great job. Excited to have you out here. I wanted to just talk about roofing, learn about the business. So
so with your case, you had the claim go through, but the insurance company wasn't fully approving you. So we had to actually use the appraisal route, which is, I think, the reason why a lot of these other roofers kind of just, they didn't want to put in the work. So what we do is we get the appraisal route going. We have a guy come out, and they basically fight on behalf of Judah here, and we got it fully approved. He's got the brand new roof. But in reality, I mean, the storm here in Bastrop, April 9th, caused a lot of damage. So whenever that happens and there's hail damage, especially with these older roofs, I mean, the smart thing to do is you pay for insurance. You might as well get insurance to cover your roof.
Right.
And typically insurance companies will give you about a year from the date of loss. So I typically try to tell people, like, you want to get it while the getting's good. If there's hail damage to be reported, and usually you're looking like in a 10 by 10, 10 by foot, 10 by 10, you're looking for hail hits, around 10 to 12 hits. If I find that, and the goal is to meet up with the adjuster. I tell people, you wouldn't want to go to court without a lawyer. You want extra eyes. You want somebody like me there that's going to, point out, okay, this is a hail hit, this is a hail hit, this is what this is. And that way the adjuster, you guys are all seeing the same thing, and then he files his report, and, hopefully they deem it to be, a loss, and we get you a brand new roof.
No, it's I wish I would have called you originally, but that's kind of the process, is going through the different companies and trying to figure out who's going to put in the work. And what I found out with roofing, with roofing replacement is, there's the expertise of getting the roof done, and we'll talk about that. But what you're really looking for is someone who's going to fight on your behalf and is going to advocate on your behalf. With the insurance company. The insurance company is, they're going to try to deny as many, they might not say so, but they're going to try to deny as many claims as possible, or limit limit their liability on there. So just like you're buying a home, you want to have a real estate agent, myself, to advocate on your behalf and help you get the best deal, make sure you're getting a great home. When you're getting a roof replaced, especially with an insurance claim, you want to find the best roofing company and the best roofer who's going to work on your behalf and is going to get that claim approved. So I guess I'm curious, because you all were able to get the job done. Why do you feel like most companies out there didn't want to put in the work?
Well, I think Summit Roofing in particular,
Yeah.
we've been around for about 6 years now. We are licensed, bonded, and insured, which surprisingly, you don't need to be a licensed roofer in the state of Texas, which unfortunately gives guys like our company a bad name because, you know, when these storms happen, you'll see what we call fly-by-night roofing companies that are coming in from, you know, Oklahoma or Louisiana and whatnot, and they basically are just what they call chucking a truck. What we do is we're licensed, bonded, and insured. We have a 5-star rating with like 300 reviews on Google.
Yep.
Also, what I like about us is we have the Summit standards of care, and to include, you get annual tune-ups. So you call me, you want me to just check it out, there's been a storm, you want me to go, I mean, I can go and do quick repairs, caulk, whatever, seal. But our crews are phenomenal.
Yeah.
We net everything, so, you know, we don't want nails going in your garden or on your grass. We sweep it with magnets when we're all done. He's got kids and pets. You know, we want to make sure we're doing a good cleanup job as well. And then really what separates us, we use, you know, we're a certified Platinum Owens Corning preferred contractor, and we use, your whole roof is warranted for life.
Amazing.
So, yeah, we make sure everything's up to code, drip edge. We tear it down to the deck too, so we don't throw underlayment on top, which is a very cheap way, which a lot of roofers will try to cut corners with. We take it down to the deck to make sure there's no wood rot, and we replace the plywood and whatnot where it needs to be. And really just, it's a matter of attention to detail with our crews, and we have guys that have been with us for such a long time. We have that continuity too. Everybody kind of knows exactly what the other guy's doing.
Yeah.
So we don't have those problems that, you know, others might have with, you know, trying to piece together a roof. You're getting a whole new brand roofing system for the cost of your insurance.
Yeah. No, I was super impressed with the whole process. Obviously, everything dealing with you was great, but the logistics, the communication from the delivery of the materials, where they placed them, and then, you know, communication days ahead of the actual roofing job, and they were amazing. It was a large crew. They were super fast. Everyone was very nice, and they were super quick. And like you said, they spent a ton of time. It was like a couple hours afterwards, sweeping everything, making sure that there's, you know, no nails or anything to be found. So, and then the gutter contractor that you had came out also was great. It was just a week later, and you know, this is I can tell anyone, like, one, you want to, you know, your roof is really the most important part of your house. This is what's,
I mean, food, water, shelter, security.
Roof is the shelter at the end of the day, and keeping water out of your home with a healthy roof is critical. And I can say, from a real estate standpoint, when you are selling your home, this is one of the things you disclose is the age of the roof, and having a brand new roof or just couple years old is going to make your home way more valuable. That's something that buyers are always looking for. So if you have the chance, especially to get it replaced with, you know, after a storm, this is kind of just the way the business works. Highly recommend give James a call.
Please do.
I do want to, we mentioned briefly the appraisal process. Can you talk about that a little bit more? Because this is, you know, especially when you're dealing with a insurance company so I had Nationwide. I do not recommend them. They were frankly dishonest with me on multiple occasions, but they did their best not to, you know, not to cover my claim unjustifiably. But especially when you're dealing with an insurance company that's hard to work with. Well, actually, while I'm on that, I'm curious to hear. I always like to ask roofers, who do you find are the best insurance companies?
The best ones?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, USA is probably my favorite one, just because they're quick and easy, and they don't make. There's a few other ones, but I can tell you the ones that stick out that I don't like. We have to kind of fight a little bit on. Those are State Farms and Allstate.
Okay.
Are typically the two ones. So if you have either one of those and you've been denied a claim,
Yeah.
we have a couple guys that are just all-stars, and
Yeah.
they'll take the appraisal process, and it's not much that you got to do at all, right? You just
Yeah.
got to fill out like a form, and
No, it was amazing.
they'll meet up with their adjuster, and basically just fight on the behalf,
Yeah.
And it's just, it's like going to court, I guess, for them.
Yeah, yeah. This is I look at it as kind of like the appeal process. So I have a feeling if I called you out originally and you were able to meet with the adjuster the first time, or they had Nationwide uses like an independent third-party inspector, but if you were able to meet with them, it probably would have been easier from the start. But if you've already done that or that doesn't work, they have some of the Summit and James have some of the best appraisers. This is not a real estate appraisal, and I had to kind of learn that different. I actually reached out to I was like, do y'all do this? So this is specifically roof appraisal, and this is, I think, Texas state law kind of has this process in place, right? That if there's a disagreement with you and your insurance company, you can elevate it to appraisal. And having a great appraiser on your side, which Summit has, is kind of like that secret weapon.
Yeah, and if they've only given you like a partial payment, like a lot of the times they'll just say, okay, your roof is, 18 years old. We're only going to give you, $5,000. Well, you got to come out of pocket. Nobody wants to do that. If we can fight you and get it fully bought, that's the goal. And we got a really, really good track record of winning. So
it was awesome to see. That's the key. What are some other aside from like roof replacements? What are some other kind of typical jobs or things people will call you out for? Like
leaks, repairs.
Okay.
They'll want to see just basically, check their decking. After windows, they'll want to check out. We don't do windows, but we can help facilitate that, especially if it's a part of your insurance. But yeah, typically it's just mainly it's the roofing system is what we do. That's what our bread and butter is. We're not a fence company. We want to be the best at the one thing. And that's kind of what our makeup is.
No, I appreciate that, and it's a good point. There are companies that do general contracting or exteriors, and they're covering everything on your property. So it's good to have an expert that focuses on one thing. I see y'all are really, really good at roofing, so it makes sense you'd want to focus on that. How can people get in touch with you if they want to?
Yeah, you can
get their roof inspected.
My cell phone number is 707-563-4830.
Okay.
And then you can also, I'll just show a picture of my card real quick.
Awesome.
There's my card. You can give us a call at the office too.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Anything else you want to add?
No. Thank you for taking the time, and I just appreciate you working with me on this. And
awesome.
He's already given me some referrals too, so I hope this is a long-lasting relationship.
Absolutely. Well, like I said, you're my roofing superhero, a good friend, and James is very. I always love working with local businesses here in Bastrop. James is very involved in the community, coaches youth sports. I got to run into him when my kid was playing soccer, and we'll probably have the same with baseball, t-ball, softball coming up again. So. I know your wife is active in the community. They live here. So
she teaches ballet and dance over here at Liberty Dance Center. So.
That's awesome. And I just saw they're actually going to be opening a new location. I think right here in Riverside Grove pretty soon. So that's really exciting. Definitely give James a call. Give that number one more time.
707-563-4830.
Awesome. Well, thank you, James. And if you have any questions about roofing or want a free inspection, give him a call. I'm Judah Ross with Bastrop Real Estate Group. I'm here with James Snyder with Summit Roofing, and thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Do you know when you call love, when to become one? felt like a boom